Well, joining us now is an anti-knife campaigner, Matt Ajayi. Welcome to the show, Matt. So I spoke with you earlier on, and I was fascinated to learn that you work as a doorman on clubs, and you're more than familiar with the knife crime problem. And I wanted to ask you, why are young men carrying knives, and how do we stamp out this cancer?
I honestly believe that this is a result of lack of discipline. I believe that there's no discipline. Like, I was just covering the Elian and Dam story a few months ago, and there's absolutely no regard for the law. I mean, she's going to school, and a young girl going to secondary school gets a knife inserted in her neck. I was ranting so much, and what came to my attention the most was the Black community. A woman was saying that we don't have enough role models in the Black community. What role model do you need? We need discipline, and we need stricter sentences, honestly, because I feel like they're getting away with too much. And I believe that this is a factor that mainly is terrorizing the Black community.
Matt, it's fascinating that you speak out like that, because so often, of course, if we level such accusations, we're accused of racism. Stop and search is racism. But I'm afraid, Matt, the facts speak for themselves. You're disproportionately much more likely to die or to murder somebody else if you're a young Black man in Britain, and particularly in London and the West Midlands. Why is that? And what do you think we're getting wrong? And what could the police be doing instead? Are they too soft?
Honestly speaking, I feel like the police are way too soft. Black people are very intelligent. And when I say that, I mean, we know where we can get away with these crimes and where we can't get away with these crimes. I'm someone who lived in Nigeria for many years, and I went to school with many Nigerian Brits, Nigerian Americans, Nigerian Italians, Nigerian Germans. And when we got there, the discipline was so strict that we never thought about this kind of behavior. It's something that doesn't happen back there. But when we come here, we understand the law, we understand there's a discounted sentence, you'll probably just serve half. And, the worst thing is when you come out of jail, you're looked at as a hero in the community. You've earned your stripes. So how does that even work? So we need strong sentences. I'm a strong advocate for strong sentences. None of this woke stuff. We're fed up with woke. Kids are dying. We haven't got time for woke. We need to stamp our foot down, and we need to really start cracking down on these guys tough. I want really harsh punishment, like really harsh.
And Matt, what would that punishment look like? I mean, would you like to see mandatory sentences for anybody carrying machetes or zombie knives? Like, no messing about, boom, straight in the clink?
Absolutely. So we need to make an example. Once you make an example of a few, it will deter the rest. So you just need to have a deterrent put in place. And once you just show the first 1,000 people, 500 people, you're not joking around, they're in jail, it will deter the rest from carrying out, or potential perpetrators from carrying out such attacks. We need way more harsh punishment. It's way too lenient in the UK, and we need to put our foot down. People are scared to go on the trains. I work alongside some police officers. I work as a doorman, but I work alongside some police officers, and the stories that, you just hear and you see what they go through as well. And what's even worse about this is our police officers are totally disrespected. I was even on the door. I just want to say this one point. I was on the door, and they stopped this group of guys going around the corner. Stop and search. They actually found something. Those boys, apparently from what I heard, were about to get back crime at someone else. So they literally saved a life. But no one will ever look at police and say, oh, you're doing a good job. Instead, they disrespect the police, and, they'll try and defund the police. I guess we're done with woke culture. I'm so done with it. Kids are dying. Everyone's scared. People just want to live in the UK in peace. Ukrainians have just come into the UK by many. I bet you wouldn't even hear one Ukrainian killing another Ukrainian. Polish, Indian are the highest immigrant groups into the UK. When did you ever hear Indian killed another Indian or a Polish killed another Polish? Let's build better in the community, hold ourselves accountable, and then we'll start seeing results. But accountability is primary. We must be accountable first. None of this woke stuff, none of this invest into communities. We're done with that.
OK, amazing. So refreshing to hear that. Anti-knife campaigner Matt Ajayi, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and please come back.